Okay, our focus on this broadcast, trying to decode that building up of dissent against Rahul Gandhi in the Congress. A massive poll drubbing in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand and virtually conceding power in Manipur and Goa to the rival BJP despite emerging as the single largest party in the two states, has seen the chorus against Congress Vice President grow. The list of number of leaders blaming the Congress scion directly or indirectly for the poll debacle and the overall fall of the grand old party in the country is increasing each day. While leaders like Sandeep Dixit and Satyavat Chaturvedi have led an open rebellion of sorts, it is the son of former Congress CM in Goa who has practically raised the red flag. Vishwajit Rane today disobeyed the party whip and abstained from trust vote, which saw Manohar Parrikar sailing through in the assembly. Rane has since quit as an MLA. On the other hand, leaders like Manishankar Iyer have conceded defeat 2 years before country heads for general elections. Admitting that the Congress was weak, a vocal Iyer has called for Mahagathbandhan to take on Prime Minister Modi in 2019.
I am resigning from the Congress. A question of timing. I have called a meeting of my workers. I have decided mentally that Congress is not a party for me anymore.
What really pains me is that we don't introspect, very frankly, Rajdeep. I think because you learn both when you win and you learn both when you lose. And I don't think that kind of introspection happens.
Okay, and joining us on this broadcast is Sanjay Jha of the Congress. We will also be joined by other panelists. But Mr. Jha, to begin with you, there are so many voices that have now emerged. Of course, this is the backdrop of the immediate rout, but it's not just a rout in these round of elections that we're talking about. We're talking about a couple of elections now. Is the Congress in an ICU?
No, I disagree with that. Sandeep Dixit happens to be a friend. I can tell you I watched his interview with Rajdeep yesterday on your channel. And I think he's well-meaning. I don't think he was trying to be unduly critical. I mean, whatever apprehensions he's expressed is something that internally within the party we all talk about it. I think Mr. Rahul Gandhi himself stated, if you remember, that there is a very urgent need for an organizational revamp. But I think one of the constraints has been that because of the fact that we are always in an election mode with several elections happening, maybe some things have been delayed. But I will agree that yes, the Congress has a monumental challenge ahead of it.
But Sanjay Jha, you are saying that introspection happens. There is Priya Dutt who comes out and says the problem with the party is that no introspection ever happens after losses. Yes, you had an AK Antony committee report. What happened to that report? Nobody knows. Where is the introspection in the party?
I understand where you're coming from. I'm just telling you upfront that there is a need within the party, and I think all the the veterans in the party, those who have a greater degree of experience, including a lot of the young people within the party, I think all of us are working hard towards bringing about a fundamental change. I agree with you completely that the expectations from the Congress party are huge, and at the moment we are underperforming, clearly far below our potential, because some of the results, for example, have been disappointing, if not altogether dismal. But I can also tell you that the party at the core level has tremendous strengths. I mean, there's a lot of resilience and character within the Congress. It's, as Mr. Gandhi says, it's an ideology. You cannot determine its epitaph after every election, although we have to win elections more than what we have been doing in the past. But end of day,
not
remember
just
one
win
thing,
more,
that the
you have to win a lot more, Mr. Sanjay Jha. If you look at the map of India today, actually the BJP seems to be achieving that Congress Mukt Bharat agenda at the moment. Manisha Priyam, political analyst, is there with me as well. Manisha, how do you react to us? I can understand Sanjay Jha's position is very difficult in trying to defend his party and its losses today, in trying to defend Rahul Gandhi. But do you see some kind of movement ideating happening within the Congress?
Unfortunately, not yet. I mean, this country does need a very vibrant opposition as much as it needs a ruling party which comes with good majorities. And it would have been ideal if the Congress as a national party had been that party. But in a sense, that reflection, that trying to build the party, one doesn't see a very sequential or a concerted effort to do any of those things. As far as Rahul Gandhi himself is concerned, I remember his efforts even in the 2012 elections in Punjab. He was in the Punjab University, he was doing scrutiny of candidates, directly addressing students. I had seen him work in Gujarat. But I found that even after losses in those elections, there was in a sense no revisit of what his basic postulates were, of what his basic philosophy was. So in a sense, one doesn't know whether Mr. Rahul Gandhi is the person who can lead them. Clearly, having been in parliament now for over 9 years, having led the party in a sense from a second position or from a position which is not clearly spelt out, he's led it from the front. Nobody's ever been able to even until now say that he should not lead the party. So he's a leader with that kind of moral force in the party. Yet it doesn't seem clear as to what his contribution in terms of a revamp
is that
or a
because
repositioning of that party can be like.
Manisha, is that because the Congress party at the end of the day still needs that Gandhi surname glue, or is it because they just don't have interest in looking beyond the family?
I mean, that's really for Congress insiders to explain. At this point of time, please forgive Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. She is aging. She has not kept good health. For whatever reasons, Priyanka Gandhi is not directly coming into the field. Rahul Gandhi doesn't seem to be, he didn't take any of the government positions, which in my understanding he should have. And if he had done that, he would have seemed far more mature. So if a Gandhi is unwilling, if another Gandhi is now not in good health, and you know, these are really private matters in which I don't want to comment. You know, why are they still going around saying that we need a Gandhi or we need the name when that name is no longer a brand or is not capable of providing for various personal reasons the leadership that it wants? The real question in front of the government is keeping that name, in front of the Congress is keeping that name intact. Can they reposition and find another leader? Can they even agree on any other leader which doesn't carry the Gandhi name? So I think that is their real challenge. Behind this name, they were somehow able to cobble together their differences. But it's an existential crisis. If
It's
that
an
name
existential
is not there, how do you
crisis,
reposition
Sanjay Jha.
yourself?
Sanjay Jha, please respond to that. You know, what is this chorus that still seems to be emerging out of a sense of either sycophancy or fear? If this wasn't a Rahul Gandhi, if this was a Rahul XYZ, which individual would have been given so many opportunities to prove himself despite all the failures?
Smita, let me put my response in perspective. Probably we would not be having this discussion today with the headline you have if the Bharatiya Janata Party had not, in a daylight hijacking of both the Goa as well as the Manipur public verdict, in a shameless murder of democracy, had allowed the appropriate political process to follow.
So your own party seemed to be sleeping through. Vijay Rane is coming ahead and said Digvijay Singh did not even have the fire in the belly to respond in time.
Let me answer, Smita. Smita, let me answer. Let me answer. I'm answering you. The Congress party defeated the BJP by a complete rout in Punjab. And by the way, we were the single largest party by a wide margin in Goa and Manipur. Today, the BJP's subversion of democracy is being seen as an act of, saving democracy. People are applauding its speed. You have a lot of political analysts saying, this is the new way of trying to, understand the Amit Shah, Narendra Modi style of politics. I mean, what are we talking about? Are we now endorsing political immorality? Are we now saying that unethical political behavior is kosher? Let's not get down that road. I'm agreeing with you. I agree with Amit Shah Pritam as well that the Congress party has a challenge. We are all very cognizant of it. I can tell you from a Sandeep Dixit to anybody who's spoken out, they all care for the party. I don't think anybody is out there castigating the party because they're having fun with it.
Let me get a quick reaction from that. Sanjay Jha, let me get a quick reaction from that. Manisha Priyam, what Sanjay Jha defines as a case of political immorality in Goa, that is debatable. There are courts that can, of course, debate upon that. The court did not seem to buy the Congress's theory on that. Is it really about political immorality in what happened in Goa, or is it about missing out in that fire in the belly for the Congress to try and really form a government?
Let this be both. Even if there was political immorality, what you really required was for a political party to have come up. And if Mr. Sanjay Jha thinks that Mr. Digvijay Singh is the leader who led the Congress from the front in Goa, let them come around and name Mr. Digvijay Singh as the leader who could be leading the Congress party. If they think that he led a moral fight, let them name him as the preeminent leader, who has the confidence. What really seems to be, Mr. Jha, if I may through the anchor address him, the fact that, we as outsiders get to feel that there's nobody who even now wants to come to the front and say, let me lead if others are not here. You cannot keep a party like the Congress party waiting for the Gandhis to decide whether they can lead it or not. Clearly, Mrs. Gandhi is not, in the best of her health, and I really don't want to come back to this thing again and again, because I do highly respect the manner in which she's, led the party, or she's maintained the distinction between her personal life and public life.
Manisha,
but if nobody is available, even then the Congress cannot have a leader.
Manisha, I'll in fact get a reaction from Sanjay on that, but RP Singh, National Secretary of the BJP, has joined us, in fact, towards the fag end of this broadcast. Mr. RP Singh, does the BJP feel that as long as Rahul Gandhi continues to lead the Congress, it will actually prove to be an asset for you, unlike a liability for the Congress?
It's a blessing to us as an opposition party, but leave aside us. I mean, what do their party members say about him? They called him by names like jokers and mad jokers and what all names they call him. But issue is, Gandhi, after Mrs. Indira Gandhi as a name, has stopped fetching votes. The last time Mr. Rajiv Gandhi got votes, won that seat only because of the sympathy vote, and thereafter no Gandhi. That 2004 and 9, that both elections, what basically because of Manmohan Singh's goodwill. And first election we lost because of anti-incumbency. Second was because of Manmohan Singh's goodwill, not because of Gandhi's. In election in Punjab has been won because of Amrinder Singh, not because of Rahul Gandhi. They don't fetch votes anymore, and Rahul Gandhi nowhere fetches vote. The issue is that there's a total disconnect with the local leadership of Congress, the top leadership. They can't reach out to the leadership today. The problem is today the local leadership in the states can't reach out. This is what they've been blaming again and again, whether Arunachal, Assam, Karnataka, in Punjab, in Manipur, in Goa. That's what they blame, that they can't reach out to leadership, and they have been cornered. They have been rounded by some caucus. It's been clear that they've been rounded by some caucus.
You've made your point, Mr. RP Singh. Reaction to that, Sanjay. Clearly, if you cannot blame Rahul Gandhi for defeat in UP, you cannot credit him with the with the election victory in Punjab. That election victory is simply of Captain Amrinder Singh, whom the party didn't even back as chief minister for the longest time. So how do you respond to what Manisha and RP Singh had to say?
I find the dichotomy being created against Mr. Rahul Gandhi absolutely hilarious. Now, I can understand the BJP saying that, but let me tell you the truth. Let me put all speculation to rest. The Congress party will be led by Mr. Rahul Gandhi. We all have full trust in his capability and his ability to take the party forward. And while the opposition can say what it wants, that's their job. The truth of the matter is that we don't have to take any sermons from the BJP, a party that we routed in Punjab. And by the way, Mr. Singh, in both Manipur and Goa, where you have insulted the public verdict of the peoples there, we beat you to it. You have allowed money bags and muscle power and unethical conduct to seize power.
I'm afraid, RP Singh, you wanted to make a point, but I'll have to wrap up this discussion here. I wish you had joined the broadcast a little earlier, but appreciate, in fact, RP Singh, Sanjay Jha and Manisha Prem joining us. As an old school journalist, clearly, I am not somebody who favors political epitaphs written for political leaders and political parties. India has seen the rise of parties after years of struggles, but at the moment, the Congress will clearly have to think, if it's even looking at Mission 2019, what is cooking inside the house, what is going wrong, and what can the Gandhis do?